Franz, where he's all over the stat sheet. Just what kind of standard has he started to establish for himself?
Just being dominant, doing whatever it takes to impact the game, to make his teammates better, to score at the right time, to defend the right way, to make the right play, which is what we've said from the beginning of who this young man is.
Jalen didn't return to the game. How is he doing, and was there an attempt for him to return?
Sore left hamstring, so we're going to see how he responds to treatment.
How did you feel like your team responded? Anthony got the start in the second half without Jalen. How do you feel like your team handled that situation?
I think they did a good job, a decent job in the third quarter coming out. It's a bit of an adjustment to make. But again, when we decided to sit down and guard and take the three out of the game and turn them over, I think that gave us a little bit of a spark. Again, we talk about doing it by committee. One guy goes down, each guy knows the next person is able to step up and make the right plays for this team.
Kind of on that point, this team being able to kind of sit down and kind of find that group. How important is that to just the overall development of the team as you guys try to accomplish, obviously winning it's not, but try to accomplish those bigger goals this year?
I think we've talked about it from training camp, the different combinations, the different lineups, and there's a reason why you do it in training camp. There's a reason why you do it in the preseason, so you can see different looks, different guys, different rotations, guys that haven't played with certain guys. But the standard in which we played, we talked about it earlier, that the offensive side of the ball, you got to make sure you're moving it, sharing it, stepping into your shot comfortably, attacking, getting downhill. And then defensively, how do we guard? And so whoever steps in has got to be willing and wanting to do that.
To that point with the depth and trying out different rotations, this is now the third game in 4 games, I believe, that Jets got double-digit minutes, 15 minutes tonight. How have you seen him continue to get more comfortable out there in the rotation and just his progression?
Just staying ready. I think that's a big part of what we want him to do, and just continue to stay ready. Whenever his number's called, he's ready to go, both defensively and offensively. I talked about the way in which we want to play and how we have to play and our standard of play, and each guy that steps on has got to fit that.
Jamal Moe had another big game off the bench tonight, and it seems like obviously there's the brotherly connection between him and Franz, but when they work together on the floor, what do you see out of them, and specifically with Moe, how you just kind of seen him progress this year so far?
I mean, I told you, Moe wakes up with 10 points, and I think that's just how it looks for him. But he and Franz, obviously the brother connection is one thing, but they're knowing where one guy's going to be, the chemistry that they have, the communication that they have, just ability to play off of each other. They're being extremely aggressive with Franz. Moe has the ball. He waits. He's patient. He throws the pass over the top for the easy layup. And just being able to relieve some of that pressure from Franz is big when Moe's out there.
You mentioned it before the game, how Tristan wants to take on tough defensive assignments, getting the call on a veteran like Tobias Harris, and I know he's the primary defender since it's a team effort, but what did you see from Tristan and his growth defensively regarding a veteran who knows how to score?
Well, I think just his ability to play the right position. I think that was big to start the game. He got left one time, and I think that we talked about that, and he recognized it. And then from there on, he did a great job of trying to defend without fouling, keeping him off the glass. I think those are just big keys for him to be able to sit down and guard these guys that can actually fill up the basket.
Is he getting more confident offensively? Do you feel like you see like maybe the game slowing down or the light kind of clicking on for him to get shots?
Tristan's a guy that's just trying to play the right way. And I think he's not going to chase shots. He's going to cut at the right time. You see he crashes the glass. He sets a back screen to get guys open. Then he slips out. They get a lob. I think those are the situations that he sees, that he's just playing the right way. He doesn't need to hunt. He's just trying to fit in exactly where he is on the floor.
Jonathan had talked about it before the season about the weight he put on going into this offseason completely healthy with no rehab. And he's just continued to have just a remarkable impact on the team this year. And of course, we know what he brings defensively. Just how important has it been knowing that he's not going to rehab? You don't have him on minutes restriction, and just knowing you can put that guy out there.
I think just it's a luxury to have him out there, and I just think he's finding different ways in which he can impact the game, both offensively and defensively. Like you said, what he does defensively, but I think his ability to space the floor, his crashing on the offensive end has been great. The right timing of when he needs to cut, I think those are very important pieces. But he's just continuing to find his groove as we can mix him in with different lineups and guard multiple positions as well as play multiple positions.
Jamal, you spoke a lot about wanting to close out possessions defensively. You guys tonight have 17 turnovers. You turned into 29 points.
Mm-hmm.
How important was that for you guys, and how much does that kind of speak to overall your just defensive mentality?
That's who we are. I think it speaks volumes because that's how we have to play. You know, if the shots aren't necessarily falling, you have to trust your defense and you have to trust your crashing on offense. So our ability to get 17, you know, turn them over 17 times for 29 points speaks to a ton of who we are.
Thank you, Coach Mosley.
Thank you.
Yeah. See the type of performances and streaks he's stringing together. What kind of standard and play level has he established?
You know, I think he's figured it out. You know, he's figured it out. He's figured out his scoring, his shots been falling, and he's just piecing them together. And I think he's found another level of confidence, and we need it. You know, obviously with Paolo going down, he's stepped up, and he recognizes what this team needs, and we need him to be aggressive in the sport of basketball. And I think he's just stepped into that role, and he's been dominant. He's been confident and doing his thing.
Anthony, you started the second half for Jalen. What worked for you in that third quarter, and what was the key to your third quarter?
Just turning up my pressure. Just putting all my energy and thoughts towards defense, especially since I was starting for Jalen. So, I guess turning up my defense just kind of brought everything else along.
For AB, this team had kind of found their rhythm a little bit in that third quarter. You know, the Pistons got up within, I think, a point. What was kind of the mentality? I know there may be some adjustments to you entering the starting lineup, but what's been kind of the mentality to pull away and to kind of take control of these games like this?
Really just staying the course throughout the game. You know, it's a game of runs. They went on a couple runs of making pretty good shots. So we withstood the runs. We kept our defensive pressure up, and I think in that third quarter we ended up getting a lot of stops in a row. So that's just from us defending all game, kind of breaking them down in the third quarter. I think we went on a run. We started making shots and stringing together stops.
Where does that confidence come from? That string of stops is coming. It feels like it's happened a lot over the course of the years. Is that just something that you guys know that you can lean back on, or where does that come from?
I mean, yeah, we're always confident in our defense. You know, that's kind of what we hang our hats on. You know, we got a lot of players who love to play defense, even maybe more than offense. So I think we kind of get a sense of when to turn it up, which is good and bad. But you know, third quarter, second half we tend to lock in a little bit more and get on the break for sure.
Jonathan, you and Mo spent a lot of time on that second unit together, playing on the floor together. What, from your perspective, catalyzes his offensive success?
I think just being aggressive. You know, I think he's another thing where you guys just figured it out, and he's taking his offensive game to another level in terms of just his aggression, trying to get downhill, but at the same time getting other guys involved. So he's been playing great basketball.
Amy, you started the second half for Jalen and finished with double digits. How did you approach games where your role increases suddenly?
My role?
Yeah.
You know, I think that's honestly just a part of just playing in the NBA. You know, playing with a lot of talented guys. So you got to know how to impact. I guess without having the ball sometimes with having the ball. So I don't know. I kind of know when I'm playing with certain groups that my job is really just to bring pressure and just bring momentum through defense. So I try to do a lot of that today in the second half, and my teammates did a good job picking it up on the offensive side.
Jonathan, for you talked this offseason about the weight that you put on this offseason, going into it, you know, with no rehabilitation, just coming into the season feeling a lot better. You know, how great has it been for you, just mentally and physically, knowing that you're able to go at any given time and not rely on minutes restrictions so much this year?
Yeah, it's been awesome. It's been awesome. Early in the year, I was still getting in shape, and I feel like still getting there. But I feel like I've been able to kind of turn it on now, and I'm feeling more comfortable and just not as tired out there. And it's just fun. You know, I enjoy playing with these guys and stringing these wins together. And I'm happy. I'm grateful and blessed that I'm still playing this game and here with the Magic.
Thank you.
Amen.
For us observing your play, you know, it seems like quite the torrid pace you're currently on. But for you, who's going through it, how does it feel, and what kind of stretch you're stringing together?
Yeah, no, it's obviously feels great. No, it wouldn't mean anything though if we wouldn't win these games. So, obviously that's not just me. I think everybody last couple of games has been stepping up, and think we're getting into a good rhythm and getting better with each game, and just try to stay level-headed and just kind of keep doing my job.
Kind of to that point, Franz, how do you kind of know how you aim to impose yourself on games? Is it just kind of a feel thing, or where does that kind of understanding of what the game means from you?
What the game means?
What the game needs from
Oh, needs. Yeah, I think it's definitely a feel thing. Understanding how they're playing us. How the last couple of possessions went, maybe. And then also understanding that, my job out there is to create a good shot for the team, and sometimes that's me being really aggressive and shooting myself, but just not predetermining what the next move is and just kind of staying in that flow. And I think a big part of that is mentally and doing your preparation before the game, knowing how they're going to play us, and just even after a mistake, don't put your head down. And just kind of keep playing. I think that's when you get into a rhythm and you make a couple good possessions in a row, and I think that carries over to team basketball as well. That mindset.
Franz, Tristan made his 12th start tonight. Just what have you seen from him these last 12 games, and tonight, how has he just progressed?
Yeah, I think I've said it a bunch of times already. I think he's playing awesome. Making quick reads, quick decisions, always in the right spot. And challenging himself, I think obviously he's not going to be perfect, and there's a lot of stuff he's figuring out on the fly, kind of. And I've been just really impressed with his mentality and not getting frustrated when stuff maybe isn't going his way, and to have that in his first year already is super key.
Franz, Mo backs you guys up tonight with 18 points. Obviously he's in that second unit, but when you guys share the floor together, what do you see out of Mo that kind of that catalyzes his success on offense?
Yeah, I think Mo's just a really smart player. Understands coverages and pick and roll. Is a really good one-on-one player. So offensively, I think not a lot of things that he's not really good at, and we need him to keep playing with that confidence and that swag, and I think every time he's coming in there, he's kind of changing the rhythm of the game in a good way, and that's really important for us.
Detroit got the lead down, I think, one at one point in the third quarter. Where is that calm and poise coming from, or what's kind of the feeling as that moment's happening to extend things back out? I think you have the confidence to extend things back out.
Yeah, I think that mindset becomes a habit, So in those moments, it's really important to remind yourself, and that's what we did kind of at halftime already, and I'm just kind of keep finding back to our game. Also understanding that we're in the NBA, that other teams are going to make tough shots even when we do defend well. So just kind of sticking to that process and not get frustrated. And I thought we did a solid job of that today.
Franz, you have 4 games with 30-plus points in the last 5. So what's been working for you offensively during this stretch?
Yeah, just obviously I've been shooting a little better. Try to get in the paint and really just try to make the right play and be super aggressive. Like I said, even playing through mistakes, I think that's really important.
All right, thanks,
Thank
Cody.
you.